Folks, it's Brian back again with BG Model Workshop, and today's, actually I should say this week's card is Mr. Too Tall Modeling Car Garage by Mr. Taylor Brown. So go check him out. He's doing some pretty cool builds. He also does some drag racing and does some filming at drag races in this area. Pretty slick guy, and we know that he likes building a lot of the roadkill cars. He's got a pretty good collection of those. I believe he's even won an award for a couple of them. So go check out Mr. Taylor Brown at Too Tall's Model Car Garage. Alright, so we're doing a bench update slash hobby room update. So here is our 1966 Tamiya Volkswagen Beetle, and we've got our color coat all done. This is from Splash Paints, and I don't have the bottle with me because I tossed it. We had emptied that pretty good, but this is the color primer we started off with, and here is our car color. So because we used a dark primer, we did have to do a lot of extra, oops, that's my finger, a lot of extra coats, but and it looks a little dark on camera, but it is nice and light underneath these lights here in the hobby room. Now we are doing a video of what we've been doing and finding and stuff, and we're letting this gas off a little bit, and then we're going to go mix up the 2K clear and do the clear coat, and we're planning on doing that on the body, of course, and the hood. And oh, there's the engine lid. Over there, the engine lid, which is looking real nice. Super keen. And we won't be doing the gloss coat on the interior bits or the wheels, which are looking pretty spiffy as well. Nice and stuff. Oh, check this out. Here's the detail on the dash. Didn't lose any detail. There's got to be at least 5 or 6 coats on there. Didn't lose any detail at all. And in the trunk area as well. Now I went a little thin on the trunk area on purpose to replicate factory overspray. A lot of this will be detail painted up in the coming days. But hobby room update, that's what we got. That's on the bench. But what we got going on for the room is we did some switching some stuff around. Let me turn out the light here so we can get a better view. But yeah, I'm a little bit of a dork. I've been collecting G.I. Joe figures and vehicles that were produced in the 1980s. I've been collecting those for years, ever since I was a kid. And I have them all on my IKEA shelves now. There's my new light. So let's take a step back here so we can take a look at that. So I got all that stuff on the shelves now, and then over here, these are all of my figures. And this does light up, but the switch fell down behind my desk. I need to go find that. So there's all my figures, all the way down to here, and they start from up here at the top from 1983, the original issue guys back in there, and they go all the way to 1991. And turns out the guy that was doing all the sculpting for that, that's when his team got moved to a different department to work on different projects. So that's kind of like the rule that I'm following, is I'm just kind of picking out the sculpts that he did, he and his team did, because after that everything got a little bit weird. But I'm going to pan slowly back over to the side here, and there's some of the aircraft, some more of the tanks. Now I did have a very large play set thing that I had for a while, and I actually just sold that over the weekend, so I had mixed feelings about selling it, but the money was nice, so you know, it is what it is, right? And then of course this is that's just where we keep the everlasting gobstopper recipe. So here's the new kit stash. I used to have the G.I. Joe stuff on these racks, and I decided to pull everything out of all the nooks and crannies and closets and stuff and put it in one space. And now I am absolutely overwhelmed with projects to do. And my wife saw this, and she started counting. I figured, oh crap, we're in for it now. And when she got done counting, she offered me a number, and I was like, yeah, I agree, that sounds about right. And she's like, okay, so if there was an emergency and you had to pick 5 kits to get out of the house with, which 5 kits would you pick? And I was like, well, of course, I'd take the first 5 kits that you gave me, dear. And she's like, yeah, nice try. Which kits would you take? And I was like, I was kind of laughing about that. And then I thought, that's actually kind of a fun challenge to the community. Do a video. Don't have to be on camera because, I don't like being on camera. But do a video about the 5 kits that you would need to run out the door with if there was some sort of catastrophe. As long as everybody in the house is fine, all your pets and animals and family were okay, and you needed to get out of the house quickly, which 5 kits would you grab out of your stash? So, we gotta say thank you to our buddy Neiman. We just bought this from Neiman last week, and we appreciate that greatly, Neiman, because that's a kit we've been wanting for quite a while. And then there's all kinds of stuff in here we got going on. Down here's all of our aircraft that we plan to build. I have some aircraft set aside in the closet that we won't be building, but this is the stuff we're planning to build. And then here's all of our Fujimis and Hasegawas and Tamiyas. They're all down here. And since I'm building a Volkswagen kit out of my Tamiya stash, I have room to add another Tamiya in there. And then I've been getting teased by the missus that she has more Christmas presents on the way that I actually won't get until Christmas. So we'll see how that goes. But I got all my Revels together. I got all my monograms together. I got all my AMTs together. So there we go. Alrighty, well, we're gonna go do some errands and before it gets way too hot here, and we'll check in with you guys a little bit later on. So yeah, think about that challenge there. See what you can come up with. Would be curious to know. I shall also do a video on that and share my picks. I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Bye now.